that sells around 10,000 units every single day. That is not per month, not per year, per day. It costs under $900 brand new. It gets over 160 miles per gallon. And it has sold more units than Harley-Davidson has built in its entire history. Most Americans have never heard of it. This is the Hero Splendor, and it may be the most successful motorcycle ever made. Act 1. The numbers Americans never see. Since its launch in the 1990s, the Hero Splendor has sold over 30 million units. Harley-Davidson, founded in 1903, has produced roughly 8 to 10 million motorcycles total. The Splendor alone has tripled that. Hero MotoCorp, the parent company, has produced over 125 million motorcycles overall. That makes Hero the largest two-wheeler manufacturer in the world by volume. Yet in the United States, Hero has 0 dealerships, 0 market share, 0 presence. So how can the world's most popular motorcycle be invisible in America? Act 2. What $900 actually buys? Here's what you get. A 97.2 cc air-cooled single-cylinder engine, around 8 horsepower. Top speed around 55 to 60 miles per hour. Total weight about 247 pounds. Fuel tank capacity around 2.6 gallons. Now here is where it gets interesting. Real-world fuel economy is about 160 to 170 miles per gallon. That means a 400-mile range on a full tank. In India, filling the tank costs roughly the equivalent of 8 to 10 US dollars. Maintenance is extremely simple. Air cooling, minimal electronics. Carburetor on older models. Fuel injection on newer ones. Some owners report 80,000 to 100,000 miles on the original engine with basic servicing. In many regions, yearly maintenance costs can be under $100. For comparison, the average annual motorcycle insurance cost in parts of the United States can exceed that amount alone. This is not a performance machine. It is not designed for speed. It is designed for survival, efficiency, and durability. Act 3. The Honda Connection. The story becomes more interesting. In 1984, Hero partnered with Honda. The company was called Hero Honda. Honda provided engine technology. Hero provided manufacturing scale and deep knowledge of the Indian market. The Splendor used a proven horizontal engine architecture derived from Honda's legendary Cub platform. The Honda Super Cub itself is the best-selling motor vehicle in history, with over 100 million units sold worldwide. So the Splendor inherited engineering DNA from the most successful motorcycle ever made. By the early 2000s, Hero Honda became the world's largest two-wheeler manufacturer. Then in 2010, the partnership ended. Hero bought out Honda's stake for approximately $1.7 billion. The company rebranded as Hero MotoCorp. Act 4. Why it cannot be sold in America. Now let us talk about reality. To sell a motorcycle in the United States, manufacturers must comply with Environmental Protection Agency emission standards, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards. Each engine family requires certification testing. That testing can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Then you add shipping costs, ocean freight, import duties, dealer networks, parts infrastructure, insurance compliance. That $900 motorcycle could easily land near $2,500 to $3,000 retail in America. At that price, buyers would compare it to used Japanese bikes with more power and highway capability, and the value advantage disappears. There is also another factor. American traffic speeds are high. An 8-horsepower motorcycle with a 60-mile-per-hour top speed is not practical for interstate travel. So from a regulatory and market standpoint, the math does not work. Act 6. The bigger question. Now consider this. The average price of a new car in the United States is approaching $40,000. The average used car often exceeds $25,000. Transportation costs are rising. Insurance costs are rising. Fuel costs fluctuate. Meanwhile, somewhere in the world, every few seconds, someone purchases a brand new transportation solution for under $1,000. Does that mean America should copy that model? Not necessarily. Highway speeds in the United States are different. Consumer expectations are different. But it raises an important question. Has extreme affordability disappeared from the American vehicle market? And if so, when did that happen? The Hero Splendor is not sold in the United States. It likely never will be, but it exists. It dominates. It has moved tens of millions of people. And every few seconds, another one is sold. Sometimes the most important vehicles in the world are the ones Americans never hear about. If you want more global...
For more fascinating automotive stories that go beyond the US market, follow Harsh Drive.